She didn't cry when she admitted it. She didn't apologize, didn't try to soften the blow. She said it as casually as if she were talking about the weather. We were sitting in the living room, the same room where we'd shared holidays, opened gifts, and talked about our future. She looked me in the eye and said, "I slept with someone else, and I don't feel guilty about it." At first, I just stared at her, waiting for a laugh, an excuse, some hint of regret, but none came. She leaned back on the couch, arms folded, as if daring me to argue. "Why?" I finally asked, my voice weak. She shrugged. "Because I wanted to. Things between us have been dull. I wanted to feel alive again. And I do." Her words struck harder than any blow I'd ever taken. My mind went straight to all the nights I stayed late at work for us, the anniversaries I put thought into, the small sacrifices I made to make her happy. And here she was, telling me it wasn't enough, that I wasn't enough. But instead of exploding, I went quiet. Years of working under pressure had taught me how to stay calm, even when everything was falling apart. "Okay," I said as I stood. She frowned. "Okay? That's it? No yelling, no fight?" "Just okay," I replied. She smirked. "Good. I don't need you making me feel bad about this. I'm not the villain here." That night, I sat at the kitchen table, staring at the ring-shaped stains on the wood, unable to sleep. I replayed the signs I had ignored. Sudden nights out, texts she kept hidden, new lingerie I'd never seen. Deep down, I had known. I just hadn't wanted to admit it. By morning, the rage had cooled into something sharper, clarity. I brewed coffee, packed a small bag, and dressed for the day earlier than usual. When she came into the kitchen in her robe, she looked at me with suspicion. "Where are you going?" "Nowhere," I said evenly. "Just thought I'd get an early start." She studied me. "You're acting strange." "I was just thinking about what you said last night." Her expression softened. She reached for my hand, as though we were about to reconcile. "Look, I still love you. I just needed something different. But we don't have to end things." I pulled my hand away. "Different, huh? Well, you got it. Congratulations." Her eyes narrowed. "What's your point?" "My point is you made a choice. Now I'm making mine." That morning, I cleaned the house from top to bottom. Not a quick tidy-up, a reset. Her clothes went into boxes, one drawer at a time. Every photo came off the wall. Every trace of us was gone. Around noon, I sent her a text. "Come home. We need to talk." When she walked in and saw the stripped-down house, her face went pale. What is this?" "This," I said calmly, "is me taking back my life. You said betraying me made you feel amazing. Good. Keep feeling amazing somewhere else." "You can't just throw me out," she stammered. "Actually, I can," I replied, handing her the boxes. "You're ending this over one mistake." "One mistake." I let out a bitter laugh. "A mistake is something you regret. You told me you don't regret it. That's not a slip-up. That's who you are." She tried again, stepping closer. "You're overreacting. Couples go through worse and stay together." "Not this time," I said firmly. "Do you know what it felt like to sit there and listen to the person I trusted most brag about betrayal? To hear you say it made you feel alive, like I've been holding you back? I didn't marry someone who would humiliate me in my own home, and I won't live with one either." For the first time, her confidence cracked. Tears welled in her eyes. "Please don't do this. I didn't think you'd actually." "That's the problem. I cut in, opening the door. You didn't think. You just did what felt good for you. Now I'm doing what feels right for me." She stood frozen for a moment, then finally picked up a box and walked out without another word. When the door closed behind her, I sank onto the couch. The house was quiet, painfully, beautifully quiet. Later, I walked slowly through the bare living room. The walls were empty, but for the first time in a long time, I felt lighter. There was grief, yes, but beneath it, a strange freedom. I realized I hadn't just removed her from my home. I had stripped away the lies I'd been telling myself, that she still loved me the way I loved her, that things would get better if I just tried harder. I was done trying, and for the first time in years, that felt like peace.